When talking about art, people tend to think of illustrations, music, theater, literature, among other things related to fine arts exclusively. However, there has been a debate about video games and how some may or may not consider them art. This review will take a closer look at Fran Bow, an indie game where the creators bet everything on a common passion and achieved what most artists want to do: express themselves and tell a story. Fran Bow is a story-driven psychological horror adventure game, released on August 27, 2015 for PC platforms, in 2016 for mobile, and recently in 2023 launched for consoles too. It is a 2D point-and-click style game set in 1944, featuring hand-drawn art and animations, puzzles, and original soundtrack. The game was the first title created by Kill Monday Games, an indie Swedish studio founded by Natalia Martinsson, Ne Figueroa, and Isaac J. Martinson. Natalia was born in Chile on December 17, 1985. She grew up without many luxuries in a humble household. Throughout her life, she suffered a lot of abuse due to an undiagnosed mental condition, anecdotes that later helped her in the creation of her video game. She was given the opportunity to travel to Sweden, where she would end up finding her future husband and companion, Isaac. Not much is known about him, other than he was born in Sweden on July 11, 1986, and it is the youngest among his siblings. The couple struggled with financial difficulties, thus, after watching a documentary about game development, they thought that creating a video game could help them through their situation. Natalia was a freelance animator and designer, and Isaac knew a bit about coding and music. So they started the journey together as a hobby on weekends while still working hard to pay the bills and make ends meet. The game was crowdfunded by various users that wanted to see the project completed, reaching and surpassing the goal of $20,000 the couple was asking for finishing the game. After 3 years of development, Fran Bow saw the light at the end of the tunnel and was received with love and appreciation by the new players. But why Fran Bow? What is so special about this particular indie game, when there are others more recognized such as Sally Face, Undertale, Stardew Valley, to mention a few? The first time that the trailer for the game was uploaded to social media, and later the images and videos of the actual gameplay flooded the internet, people were confused, but intrigued at the same time. Fran Bow is a game that deals with topics like mental illnesses, abuse, and grief. However, there are parts throughout the story in which metaphorical elements are implemented, alongside with the art style of the characters, backgrounds, and scenes, which were eerie, grotesque, and even gory, beautifully combining morbid aesthetics and childishness. Not to mention the fact that the players play as Fran, a 10-year-old girl facing a lot of situations that she should not be living, showing a contrast between the adult player and the little protagonist. For some people, it felt like a contemporary Alice in Wonderland, full of nonsensical adventures and unforgettable storytelling and world building. To sum up, far from being perfect or the best psychological horror indie game in the market, Fran Bow definitely attracted attention at the time and is still relevant today, since it laid the foundations for the creation of other titles within its universe. And, although the game acts as a cathartic experience, mainly for one of the creators, that does not mean that different people cannot sympathize with the journey of little Fran. Some may decipher metaphors with other perspectives, while enjoying the fantastic art, soundtrack, designs, and overall the intricate story. Definitely a gem that has not been found by those who are not prepared to know the ultra reality.